So first of all, welcome this young man, and let me tell you a little bit about him. He hails from and is representing Hungary. And tonight, he becomes the first ever Hungarian at the King of the Table. And he's a very, very proud young man. Only 20 years of age. Last year, this man became the junior WAF champion of the world. That same week, he competed in the senior to test himself and see where he was at. Where he was at was the very top of the list. And he secured the gold medal and became the WAF Super Heavyweight Champion of the World. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very excited young man to the stage who has a massive future in the game of iron arms. Gabor Botta-Dukat! Of Hungary, just 20 years of age, already cut his teeth in the WAF. But make no mistake about it, when you move into the pros, the water is deep. And there are some very, very big fish. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, now making his way to the table, hails from and is representing the United States of America. This man is a heavyweight arm wrestling icon who has terrorized the super heavyweight division for over a decade. And he has earned easy money, Dave Chaffee!
Gabor Botta-Dukat.
You got to get this shot now.
Dave Chaffee, Gabor Botta-Dukat. Asked for the strap, denied.
Ref strip. Referee grip. Referee grip.
Straight to the referee's grip.
One of the most interesting challenges that's going to face Gabor in this first start is that when you have the dubious honor of arm wrestling against Easy Money Dave Chaffee, you realize that this guy doesn't feel like a normal arm wrestler. He feels like he's made of some kind of really hard material that does not bend and does not move. Have we got any Brian Shaw fans in the house?
That's about right.
Okay,
That's
Eddie got
about
no
right.
chance.
No chance for Eddie.
No chance.
No chance for Eddie.
We'll wait for instruction.
Back. All
Okay,
good,
we are
guys.
back
We are
in
back.
the room. Let's go.
1-0 for Dave Chaffee.
Dave Chaffee leading by 1 pin.
Dave Chaffee versus Gabor Botta-Dukat. This is
Gabor
a big test.
Needs
for
to
the
try
young
and find a way back into the match, mate. But when your signature style has just been stonewalled, it will really concern you. When you're 20 years old, it'll concern you more. Dave has so much experience, and we do know he's got that venomous press as well. So if Gabor was able to blast through his hand and wrist, there's a backup.
Gabor
plan.
really needs, like, we know Dave's weakest point has been his hand. Even though it's incredibly strong, it has been like the weakest part of it. So if he can continuously work on it, maybe he will have some success. But right after the round 1, I don't know.
Here we go.
Hands are getting closed.
Down come the hands.
Go!
Gabor. Ooh. Dave
That's a slip.
Chaffee. Dave ominously getting a little quicker and a little more aggressive. As it was almost as though he was feeling the first round out, but now he's starting to loosen up a little.
Yeah.
That can be pretty
Because
concerning.
before you grip up, you never know how strong someone is. What are they strongest, and will your opponent go where you are strong, right? And Gabor kind of went and hit a wall. Dave Chaffee versus Gabor Botta-Dukat. All Hungary most likely is watching this young man. Let's see if he can do something.
Strap being applied, and look at the face of Gabor there, trying to study the line of the strap and trace an option to get through the hand of Dave Chaffee, but Dave has a clear height advantage there. His hand is thicker, bigger.
Yeah. Also, Gabor goes low hand, and he shouldn't go low hand versus Dave Chaffee. You gain nothing from that. Too much power everywhere. Too much power everywhere.
Dave
The young
Chaffee.
champ most likely will concede the match.
Supreme power from Chaffee. This is not a guy that trains at home to be technically fluid. He couldn't care less. He just wants you to tie yourself to him so he can blast you to pieces.
Click, click, boom, baby.
Probably one of my favorite things is Grand Theft Auto tattoo on Dave.
Chaffee remains extremely calm. This is a guy that has been around the game for so many years now. Became WAF World Champion in the same fashion that Gabor did. Back in 2010, Mesquite was the first WAF World Championship title for Easy Money Dave Chaffee.
That's the last North American right arm world champion in WAF. Dave Chaffee.
And here he is, still right there in the mix at the elite level. But what a future for that young man. 20 years of age, look at that. And here he is at king of the table.
Listen,
for
Dave, it's get him young.
Yeah,
Right.
good
him
time
while
to
he's
get.
young.
Yeah, good time
Yeah.
to beat this kid.
Exactly.
He's only going to get better.
Only going to get better.
But joking aside, this is a lesson that's going to pay a lot of dividends for Gabor. He's starting to get an understanding that there are different levels. There are guys that have something that is just otherworldly. And this is a no-lose situation coming into this. If he gets the win against Dave, he's the hero of Hungary. If he loses, everybody's like, well, it was Dave Chaffee.
Yeah.
You know?
And you're just 20.
You're 20 years old.
Yeah. Still impressive. I'm very impressed by Dave. Dave looks really, really good versus very tough opponent.
It was a banana skin. For Dave, this is a brave match to take. It's like the word on the street, if this kid's a killer, you want to take him on. Dave's like, yeah, let's go.
Center. Center.
And right now, look at the thickness of the palm on Dave. Look at that. Look at that for a visual, how thick that palm is. That's as thick as Tim Talmadge's head.
$2 grand, baby. Let's go. Woo.
Here we go. Down come the hands. Is there any way to get himself back into this match for Gabor?
Move.
No, a little early.
Even there, I felt dominance from Dave Chaffee. Gabor Botta-Dukat is outgunned. Dave Chaffee, last time he faced Frank Lamparelli, that was 115 kilo puller.
Yeah.
And Frank's good, but still not at the top. This is serious opponent in Gabor Botta-Dukat.
very
I would
serious.
say Dave Chaffee is probably one of the best shapes we have seen him in a long time.
Go.
Yeah, he looks really strong.
Really good.
Looks like when he faced Vitaly Laletin. He's that kind of level from what we can see here.
Yeah.
Just
Not
dominating.
only from talk, like when you talk with him, he will tell you like he's different, right? Because he said like no pain in his training camp. He had good preparation. He said like I can finally train really, really hard, and we can see it. Like great hand, back pressure, side pressure, everything is there right now for all the questions Dave Chaffee is asking. Gabor has zero answers.
Well, I thought it was a really good comment from the Dragon, Krasimir Kostadinov, when he said a moment ago, look, you can't pull at this level for that long and not bust yourself up. And we've seen that from Dave. Dave's been a little bit off his game on a couple of occasions, but the man is damaged. He had major issues in his neck. When he comes back into the game and you see a healthy Dave Chaffee, you get this. You get someone who is just an absolutely horrific man to deal with.
Yeah.
So very
This
powerful.
definitely could be his revenge arc for sure. We see the comeback that Michael Todd is making is already very impressive and might get even impressive next year.
Yeah, Michael got a big one coming up against the Gladiator, Ernest Gasparini. Mike here in the crowd working in Dave Chaffee's corner.
Closing the hands.
Down come those hands.
Move. Go.
Gabor trying to go a little more.
No. Gabor, at this point, Gabor just has top row. I don't think if you don't want to go inside with Dave Chaffee.
No.
3-0, most likely one more round.
Yeah, really, really interesting experience for Gabor. Down those big hits to the side from Dave Chaffee. That is such a weird angle he takes. Almost keeps his wrist flat, not looking to crank there. Doesn't need leverage, just grips a hold of you. A lot of the things he does are not textbook. Dave's not the guy that's a textbook arm wrestler. This is a guy that's an absolute
I do
horrible
believe,
guy to pull.
listen, I do believe the power has always been there. The thing that Dave could improve is his technical prowess.
Yeah, look at the grip that
Yes.
Dave takes there. He grips on the just above the crease of the wrist. His index finger's like 3 inches down from the index finger knuckle, and he doesn't care. His hand is full. He's not bothered. He just is like, yeah, go, hit me, see what happens. And you do, and you die.
You're done. You get shot down. Down.
Chaffee
25 seconds till probably the last round. Gabor hasn't got anything going in this one.
Yeah, it's not, if you're in Gabor's corner at this stage, there's not a lot of advice you can give him. His best weapon is being soaked up.
Yep.
Just try to enjoy this experience and chuck other angles at him, but you can see it's bothering his arm. He's taking damage because every time he's just being stonewalled.
Yeah.
Horrible experience for a young man.
I was
at this
very
level.
excited to see this young champ going against Dave Chaffee, and I thought maybe we'll see something because we need new era of arm wrestling. We need new arm wrestlers coming in, and we see this young champion, and he can match up with Dave Chaffee. Dave, that kind of saddens me.
It does, but there's a reason that Dave Chaffee's been a dominant champion all these years. The reason is
Absolutely.
because he is carved out of a very different material to most men. That is an absolute weirdo.
Okay. Gabor asked for a riser. Dave also asked for a riser.
USA, baby!
Gabor setting up, most likely going to try go inside on this one. I wouldn't think he'd need a
I'll
riser.
tell you what,
but
if he
that's
is
an
going
interesting
inside, if he's
strategy.
going to just go hammer straight into Dave, I instantly love the dude. How can you not love that? You know what? I'm 20. Last
not?
round, let's go. I'm going in.
Whoa!
If he dives into the hook here, my God.
He dies.
anyone, if someone doesn't know, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger in attendance.
It's just down here to our.
Yeah. Thank you, Arnie, for supporting arm wrestling.
Wow, we love you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do the chopper now. Now.
Hands are getting closed.
Down come the thumbs.
Round number 4, both setting up for inside.
Dave just being told to straighten up a little. May have a pressing coming from Mr. Chaffee. Gabor trying. Oh, look at that from Dave. Goes, oh my God, that's a brutal angle that man takes.
Yeah.
Brutal angle.
Brutal. Easy money takes the win versus the young champ. 20 years old, Gabor Botta-Dukat. Not yet. Not yet. Probably one of the healthiest Dave Chaffees we have seen in a long time. Now we're going to go to the stage with Neil Pickup for the post-match interview, and then we continue with 3 amazing matches. Gabi versus Barbora, Eddie versus Brian, and Jerry versus Levon.
Where's my interview? Okay. No, I do them out here.
Come on, mate. Let's go on. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who want to talk to Dave Chaffee? Yeah, let's get him out of here. So, you may not know, but Dave Chaffee loves a party tonight. After show is going to be at the Yard, 9 p.m. We will start downstairs, and I am pretty sure that this man will be there because he has got things to celebrate. Dave Chaffee, wow. That was pretty mega.
Definitely good to be back. I felt great coming into this. I felt great in the match. I want to thank you guys for coming out and supporting this. Look at this crowd. You guys are incredible. Thank you.
Now, Dave, we talked about your dominance there, but also this was a brave match for you to take. Gabor's coming here. He has nothing to lose. 20 years of age. The man is a rock. He's won the WAF in the super heavyweight division. I know you're familiar with just how tough that task is. For you, if you lose this match, it's a banana skin, but you step up as always.
Yeah, I don't back down from any challenge. I give him credit. He came here. You've seen him the other day when you asked him the questions. He was so confident. I gave him credit. He's not quite there yet, but he will be for sure.
Now, Dave, that super heavyweight division is absolutely littered with talent. A couple of them working in your corner that are pretty horrific. Who is next on the hit list? We're seeing you back to form, and we know that when you're back to form, you can do very big things. Who do you want next?
I just want to one by one work my way back in the top 10, work my way all the way up to number 1 eventually. I'm just going to go day by day. When I get a call, they tell me who I'm pulling, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's why you love him. He is your own. Representing the USA, easy money, Dave Chaffee with the win.